What happened was a couple students came in and they said, I wish there was some way I can study at home because I have these issues with my family and I don't want to drop out and I want to go to school. And I said, wow, let's become the first of its kind.
Cica has experienced exponential growth from starting with our very first group of 88 students to now over 3,000. It has been quite a journey.
When Seeka started in 2019, we thought we had it nailed. We had this program that we knew would be able to serve our students that historically would drop out because of adult issues, and now they had this pathway to continue to go to school and also improve their lives. And then March 2020 hit and the world changed.
Well, I'd like to take full credit for it as one of the leaders of Highlands, but we had something called a pandemic and everyone went to independent study programming throughout our country.
With all of the loss of jobs that were happening during COVID, people had to find another way and they had to seek, what does the future look like for me? So we had a huge growth during COVID. We had so many students that had given that thought, what if I go back to school?
Interesting enough, Seeka was a savior. For people who couldn't leave their house, now they can still study. We gave them technology they didn't have before, and technology that nobody's ever got before.
We're at the tip of the spear, whether it's our cell phones, whether it's the hotspots we use, whether it's the technology our staff utilizes as well as our students. We're innovative in the fact that we can do things via independent study that most people can only do being site-based.
With our English language learners, we have digital literacy boot camp, which has been huge. This boot camp helps students to be familiar with the technology that they're going to use.
Career technical education is always at the forefront of what we do. We know that we want to bring our students from survivability to sustainability.
All of the CTE programs that we offer are available to Seeka students. They can go into the truck driving program, they can go into the CNA program. We have the Mixed Barbering Institute. So many opportunities for them. Everything is available to them.
We use a platform called Edmentum. As a counselor at any time or a teacher, you can go on and see that this student is working at 11 o'clock at night. They're working on a Saturday, they're working on a Sunday. So it fits their life and they're able to balance the everyday life responsibilities and also work to earn their high school diploma.
I think the one-on-one really helps with the rapport and the connection. We're still able to serve our students in an online environment, but I think especially with the demographics and the students that we serve, we really want to get to know them in a more personalized way.
The biggest problem for refugees in US is to manage your finance and help paying all your rent, utilities, and pay all the stuff you need to buy for your family. But when I started having a part-time job, I thought that I don't have enough time for my education, and Seeka became the best option for me.
I struggle with my English, my pronunciation, my reading, math is the one that was killing me, but I did it. And they're like my lifesavers.
I want to get a high school diploma here and I want to develop my English skill. I study a lot in our country. I get a university certificate from my country, but you know, every country is different with their teaching method, their studying methods. But I want to prefer for that skill which is required in this country.
My teacher, Miss Catherine Hopkins, was the most amazing teacher that I ever had. I met with her every Monday via Zoom. This type of learning was much more, I believe, hands-on, as if I was in a classroom. Anything that I needed, I was able to access from Miss Hopkins. Even though I was not in a classroom, I felt as though I was.
I don't think that our school would be as successful as it is without the melting pot that we have here. The students feel comfortable because there are people who work here that look and speak the way that they speak the same language. They know that they can reach out to somebody that will translate for them what's going on and will wrap their arms around them and say, we're here to help you. We're here to do whatever it is we can to be there for you.
Education must adapt to the learner. The learner wants to learn when they're ready to learn, not when the teacher's ready to teach. It's the key. So 10 years from now, the innovation through technology, through advanced learning platforms, will be able to help the student succeed when historically they have not been able to.
It may not look the same for everyone, and that's okay. We have students that go into careers, students who go off to college, and students who just wanted to do it because their babies are watching.
Crossing that stage is such an accomplishment, again, not just for them, but for their children, their children's friends, to see them start something, finish something, and reap the benefits that now changes the direction and accessibility for themselves and their children. It is just an unbelievable feeling to experience, as well as the community. It is like one big party, and we're all here to celebrate each other.
Our students see how we're able to serve our students, not just in a seat-based model, but also in this independent study setting. I think that really motivates them to see that we're committed to serving the whole student, and not just the whole student, but their families. And that's really where we get back to that idea of generational change.
My job is to break down barriers so people can succeed. And when they do succeed, there's no better feeling in the world when you know families are no longer homeless, they've got food on the table, they're walking with their shoulders back and their chin up because they're so proud of themselves, and seeing their children on that graduation night excited for the grandma or mom or dad, it's amazing.